Hi, I'm Vita Guerra, and I'm living the low life.
Today on Livin' the Low Life, we ride with the Majestics.
All about rolling in Compton.
To fly that plaque, you know, this is what you gotta have, a quality car.
And it's done up from the floor up.
They're legendary, and after 35 years as a car club, they know how to live up to their name.
We consider ourselves high on the totem pole.
Messing with the M.
Over 3 decades ago, this car club helped move lowriding from the underground to Main Street.
It's all M, you know what I'm saying? It's all M.
We are the king of the streets. There's no more to be said about that.
Majestics, baby.
Few car clubs have the history of the Majestics. Formed in 1973, it's an organization that has respect for one reason. They've earned it.
We know we are the #1 club of the year, you know what I'm saying?
Back in the early 70s, this movement was an underground lifestyle.
Back then, it was primarily Latinos that were involved with the sport.
But the Majestics included many cultures, bringing their own flair and style to the world of lowriding. They started in the streets of Norwalk, California, and they've been expanding ever since.
Compton was the chapter after Norwalk, San Diego, Central Cal, several chapters here, and of course, several chapters in other states.
This organization is now one of the most influential clubs in all of lowriding, and Vita wants to know why.
So what separates the Majestics from other car clubs?
Well, I think one of the specific things that we're well known for is that we're on the streets as much as we are at the shows.
All about rolling in Compton.
And wherever you see them, you can be sure that they're rolling in style.
Messing with the M.
Chevys, Cadillacs.
A lot of Jeep bodies, what they call like Oldsmobiles, Cutlass, Regals, Monte Carlos, Impalas.
And the years don't matter? Or?
No, years really don't matter to a certain extent.
The years aren't as important as what's been done to it.
We wouldn't allow like a Cutlass to come in with just rims and hydraulics because it's such a mass-produced car.
To be a member of the Majestics, your car needs to be detailed beyond any and all measure.
So how detailed are the cars? Because I see the bolts are chrome. So if you're doing everything chrome, you have to have every little piece of the car that...
When we're doing a car, that's one of the biggest requirements because it's what sets off the car more is detail.
So tell me a little bit about your car.
This is actually a 1964 Chevy Impala. Actually, the car was a chicken's nest.
A chicken's nest in somebody's backyard?
Yeah.
And speaking of chickens...
We're over one of our club members' house. This is 4A's. I want you guys to stop in, have some chicken wings or a hamburger. He's one of our good members. He's pretty active.
They're not here to get a great barbecue. They're on their way to hook up with one very special lady.
We're on our way to Mom's. Mom is one of the older members of the Compton chapter. I like to give her some props. Her car is just a phenomenal car. She's done it herself. She's been around. Everyone knows Mom.
They don't just know Mom, they respect her. And to have earned that from these guys, well, that says a lot. The Majestics Car Club. Respect follows them everywhere they roll.
It's one of the best clubs to be in.
In my book, the M is #1.
Today, they're checking in with a very special member of the club.
She's one of the oldest members of any car club, and they call her Mom.
Everybody in Compton knows her. Everybody in Compton knows Mom.
She's not a weekend driver. She drives faithfully every day. If she go grocery shopping, she'll take her car.
Man, they had to change the spots where the tires were because the rim was a different size. That's what took me so long, fellas. I'm so sorry. Look at that dirty tire on here. Man, I can't have that.
Mom's dedication isn't limited to car shows and cruises.
The rules are, when you come out your driveway, your car's supposed to be show-worthy. I don't take chances. They've been trying to get me for 15 years because I never know when one of them is looking to give me a fine.
She inspires the club.
Mom, she's been out here years, you know what I'm saying? She's 70 years old and still doing it.
He's right about that. Mom has seen a lot of history.
1938, 7:30 in the morning on a Thursday. I popped into this world screaming bloody murder.
She's not just a name to the Majestics. The members know all about her.
So tell me a little bit about Mom.
She's a real dedicated lowrider. She has God knows how many trophies. She's just a beautiful person.
She has the spirit of a young person, right?
Yes.
It's a woman, and she's like one of the oldest person in the lowrider.
She's true to it. She's true to it. I mean, her car is immaculate. She takes everything pretty seriously about lowriding.
Mom's Impala became a fixture in Compton. Car clubs soon came a-callin' because everyone knew that this lady and her ride were already a pair of champions.
The Majestics chose me. I was going to car shows by myself, winning trophies back to back, back to back, back to back. And they just asked me one day, hey, Mom, we see you in Compton all the time. You live in Compton? I said, yeah. And so then they said, why don't you come to one of my meetings, you know? I said, oh, you guys, I'm not into no gang-banging situations, you know. I didn't know they principles until I got with them, so I only had to go 2 meetings and got a plaque.
By the way, as you can guess, Mom does have a name.
Everybody up there on Crenshaw can't remember my name is Mary, so they call me G-Moms. G stands for gangster, and Moms mean I'm the mom of all the gangsters, because they all listen to me. I don't care what politics they in, they all listen to me.
Mom's car is like many others in the club, special, singular, and personal.
So this is your car. Tell me a little bit about it.
What I would say about this car is that it does have a lot of history. It's been to a lot of weddings, quite a few funerals, a lot of parks, a lot of shows. It certainly has a lot of miles on it.
The cars are like members of a family, and Mom's car rides along with plenty of memories.
This is my deceased son, Momo. His nickname was Momo. Everybody knew him in the lowriding circuit. The car he had was so immaculate. He died in a motorcycle collision, clowning on his dirt bike around the corner.
Mom's spirit and drive seems even more amazing when you consider everything she's experienced in her 70 years.
I don't know why I got a good heart, because, man, I should have a bad heart by now. Hey!
Everybody's waving at her all the time. Everybody's stopping to talk to her. She's seen everybody grow up in the city.
Deep involvement in a car club can stem from a number of reasons. It can be about the other members. It can be about the good times. And for some, the commitment can be as personal and individual as a prize-winning customized lowrider.
Shoot, everywhere he went, he won first place. Trophies this big, I've yet to get one that big.
We all Mom's sons, so, you know, we treat her just like she our mom. She moms of the whole club, everybody know.
The Majestics Car Club is almost 4 decades old, and they've been setting the bar very high. Today, the crew is prepping for a car show, and Vita Guerra wants in.
Is there anything you want me to help you with that I could do that won't mess anything up?
Yeah, actually, we can start cleaning up the threads on the screws. You want, I can give you a tap and stuff, and you can start going to work.
So, Spike, why is it important to clean the threads?
You can see here, there's a lot of buildup on the threads. So the nuts and all that stuff won't, when you're trying to thread them in and stuff with the nut, it won't let you. So you gotta shave all this back down. And hold it with some vice grips.
To screw it on?
Yeah. It's gonna be a little bit hard.
Righty, tighty, lefty, loosey.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very tight.
Okay, now you grab this one and
that's fine.
now you can start turning it, and it cleans up actually all the threads as you're going.
Whoa.
Strong.
I'm strong.
One of the biggest chapters is in Phoenix. Here, the Majestics started small, but eventually exploded.
The Majestics started here in 1978. Since then, we've grown from them 5 members to now we're 4 chapters strong in Arizona.
The success of the Majestics chapters in Arizona is due in large part to Todd Land from Street Life. Any lowrider out here will tell you that.
Arizona wouldn't be where it's at without Todd.
Gotta watch out for this guy right here.
I mean, no disrespect to society, lifestyle, no other clubs out here. But Arizona wouldn't be where it's at without Todd.
He's won awards, he's built a fleet or 2 of lowriders, and today he's gonna give us a tour.
Today we're at Street Life Hydraulics, Phoenix, Arizona. We build custom cars, lowriders, and pretty much anything with custom suspension.
In Todd's shop, you'll find some amazing cars.
I've been in lowriding since the early 80s, you know, ever since I got my first car. And ever since then, I've just been taking off with these things, just doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know, doing different modifications, and now the game's a little different. I like black, you know, what's one thing, just creep in the night. And with a little twist of this golden chrome, I mean, it just sets the whole car off. I mean, it's a real nice car.
We got some strict rules. The quality of our cars they're pretty up there. You gotta have custom paint, nice interior. So we set our standards pretty high.
Meanwhile, back with Vita.
So I couldn't help with the bolts, so I'm gonna try the rear end of the car. Got this.
She's fought tough with those wrenches, but now Vita's gonna try a little tenderness.
I'm gonna place it gently, make sure I don't scratch anything. Perfect.
Okay, well, now that you got the rear end set up, we give you the axles and everything else. Go to work.
Oh, well, no.
The guys in Phoenix will have to get by without Vita Guerra.
Hey, Vita's coming, I'm bringing the caddy out. You know what I mean? And here it is, but where's Vita?
This is how we do it here in the Majestics. You know, you come to the Street Life, drop a little money, this is what you're gonna get if you want a real lowrider. If not, just go get a car lot car, put some rims on it, and call yourself a lowrider, and it ain't the same, you know?
Now, these guys may look a little rough, but the cars aren't. These rides are amazing.
Todd Land has a mind-blowing ride in his shop.
My car is a 1963 Chevy Impala. We call it the main event. The reason we called it the main event is because the patterns and the paint job scheme was just so wild and so bright and eye-catching. I felt that's the only name that was suitable. The whole drivetrain of the car probably really doesn't belong on a lowrider, but we got it in here. It's got the LS7 out of a Corvette, fuel injection. It's got a turbo 350 with a shift kit, stall converter. It's a 1500 stall converter and a Ford 9-inch rear end. The car also has 4-wheel disc brakes. The reason we disc braked it is so we can stop it, because once we get on it, it's got power. My interior was done by a buddy of mine in Mexicali, Baja California. His name was Tizak. I went with like an original look to it. That's the way I like my cars. I like to keep them to the original look. I really don't go like to the real custom interior. After we were done with the interior, we decided the car still needed a little something else. We did some fiberglass door panels at the bottom, added some nids and tweaks to the doors, and a TV.
The only thing bad about having a paint job like this is that you have to pay for a paint job like this.
$1,500 for a regular paint job, and then when you got the murals, that's another $7,000, $8,000, maybe $12,000. You working just to keep your car looking good.
We kind of wanted to do something a little different, so as you can see, the patterns, follow the patterns, flow through the door. We had the patterns run through the door jambs.
Now that's slick.
We got a lot of clean cars.
The Majestics name is in full force today, circulating throughout the Southern California Car Show. Here, they're presenting over 24 lowriders.
There's about 30 cars today.
There's no display-only vehicles in this club.
Lowriders drive them, you know, we're real riders. We drive the streets. When the streets of the show.
Today, the show is on the coast.
We're in San Diego, indoor custom car show.
The San Diego Majestics formed when members of the City Nights Car Club made their own club. Some longtime clubs didn't like it at first, but time has built friendships. That's good because when there's a car show, the Majestics make their presence known.
The Majestics always come with, a big number of cars and high quality, and, that's what it takes. Just a good club, brings out good quality.
Look at all this. Come to a show, have fun.
And some guys in the Majestics have twice the fun.
This is my car here, one of two that I have that are in the club. I've been in the Majestics for 10 years. Been into low riding for about 20 years. This is a 1978 Cadillac. It's called a Paris DeVille. It's a rare car. Only 500 of these were ever made in the world. This is definitely considered traditional. It's maintained mostly its stock appearance and look with very minor modifications.
You don't have to be a lowrider to appreciate this.
I didn't want to modify the car too much because it only has 27,000 original miles.
Car clubs have plaques, and a lot of people would love to have a plaque from the Majestics.
You think I could get one of those things?
Yeah, if you got a car.
Oh, well then.
Actually, our plaques you have to earn them. Our name speaks for itself, and that's what we're trying to do, hold up our name.
And for some, the difference of a club like the Majestics can be the difference between a difficult future or a way out. There are members here who will attest to that.
Big, right here. We're from out of town, but this is the AM right here. San Diego. This is all AM, you know what I'm saying? It's all AM on ours. Pop, okay, we want to tell the ringleader right here, Pops. We want to say thank you for raising some good dudes. Low riding saved our lives, you know what I'm saying? Serious as a heart attack.
Not every car club has parenting advice, but then not every car club has a mom.
If you want to get them off the streets, get them a junkie, put it in the backyard and let them learn how to put it together themselves, not you. But if you get them so darn tired putting them nuts and bolts together and redoing the motor where they screwed up on doing it, they will not have time, swear to God, to go out there and get in trouble. They'd be too busy off into their car.
Come on, 2, here we go. 3, hip-hop like it's supposed to be. Neverson, Mike, Brass, hip-hop, top class. Test the skills and you will not last. Count it on. Come on, 2, come on. 3, hip-hop like it's supposed to be.
So to be part of the club, what are the recommendations? Like, can I be part of the club?
Yeah, if you got the right car.
I don't have a car yet.
Want to play in the game? You'd better listen up.
Because any car could be a lowrider. You throw rims on any car, it's a lowrider. People see it like that. But when you fly our colors, you have to represent, you have to see what you got. It's just, you know what I mean? It's done up from the floor up.
This club started with a handful of guys in Norwalk, California, and it turned into a movement.
Everybody's mind is set on the same thing. It's not about me. It's not about the next man. It's about the club, your car, and the reputation that we keep up trying to be one of the #1 clubs out here with no color line.
Don't stop.
Next time you're at a car show, take a good look around.
If you come across a Majestic car with a Majestic plaque, there's something very special about that car.
And that plaque comes with benefits.
Nobody's going to touch a club car. Because if they touch a club car, they know they got to deal with the whole club. So if you're going to steal this car, you better make sure, is it worth it? This car not only belonged to me, it belonged to him, and the whole full auxiliary, and we're international. Saddle up the squad, they lead the charge. Get up, get it up, shawty.
It's more than just family here in Phoenix, it's family nationwide. We can go from Phoenix to California to New Mexico, Texas.
We turned out international now. We're like everywhere you can be.
As long as we got this shirt on, we're all the same.
You got
We're all
that
family.
shirt and a fork in his pocket, he's good to go.
Livin'.